Carmanians is Iran today. This is their ancient name. This is before they changed their names to Iran. The biblical name is Carmanians. Read it again.
Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
So now, are the Iranians stopping? Can it be controlled right now? They're not trying to hear nothing about a peace treaty. They're not trying to hear anything about a ceasefire. Now they want blood. They want destruction. They want Israel, the Israelis, they want them destroyed. We are reading Bible prophecy. We are seeing Bible prophecy play out right before our eyes. That's what's happening. And the masses, we don't understand what's going on.
Hey, Shalom Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Why do you subscribe? IUIC New Orleans, subscribe. Go to our YouTube page. Help us to grow. Comment, like, share. What's going on? Make it happen.
Your question about the Iranian war. Okay, that's your question. Are you Iranian? You just interested in it? You just pay attention to it? Alright, so when we go back through history, this is something that has been brewing for a very long time. But it's steps that happen in pieces because it's Bible prophecy. Read that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 20.
Come on.
Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, that he taketh against Edom.
Do you know who Edom is? Edom is the so-called white man, right? We got a sign up here. Not sure where it's at. Somebody get the sign. Edom is the white man, right? So the American man and the Jewish or the Israeli man, they both come from the nation of Edom. They both are Esau, all right? So now, read that part again.
Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Edom.
So now, this is a prophecy against the white man. Read on.
And his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman.
So, what is the purpose that God had purposed? It's destruction. That's God's purpose for these people. Read on.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
So now, when we think of the white man, we think Americans. When we think of white people, we think good old Americans. So now, it said the least of the white man, the least of the Caucasian race is going to draw them out. This is talking about the Israelis is going to draw out America. Go to Joel chapter 3. You asked the question, we're going to answer real quick. The Israelis have been going at the Arabs over the land. They're taking over the land. Israel was declared the state and the capital and all of that, right? Well, guess what? They are tired of that, and now they are fighting back. Read that.
It's the book of Joel, chapter
3 and 2.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2.
Bring it out.
I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So this is leading up to the part that he was talking about, that World War III that's going to bring about the end of the world. Read.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
So all of this, God is going to destroy them for the sake of the Israelites. Why? Because they kicked us, they took us out of our land. We got kicked out of our land, they took over, claimed it for themselves, and now those two nations are fighting over the land. Read.
Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
So we was put in slavery, and then the land was divided between the Israelis and the Palestinians. And now there's war about the Gaza Strip. There's war, they're bombing each other. Now it has escalated. You know why? Because they are now tired of the Israelis. They're fed up. The Israelis have been bombing them. You see what happened to Gaza. So now, what's happening is 2 Ezra chapter 15. Now, guess what? The Iranians, they are joining in. Now they are starting to bomb back. And which is now Trump is already talking about, yeah, we killed their leaders, we destroyed their land, they don't have anything else. Bible prophecy is what's happening. The Bible talks about this. Start at verse 29.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6,
15.
15, verse 29.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 29.
Read.
Well, the nations of the dragons of Arabia.
So the Arabia is who? That's the Arabs, right? Okay, the nations of the dragons of Arabia. This is talking about the different Arab nations. Like you read about the Arabian Peninsula, all of those countries that's right there, right? Iraq, Iran, all of in that around the Persian Gulf. Read on.
Well, the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots.
So now, those Arab nations are starting to bomb the Israelis back. They are starting to fight back. Read. The many chariots is talking about war. Read.
And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth.
Come on.
That all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
Right, because now they're bringing about a certain fear because they are fighting back. Come on. They're bringing destruction. Read.
Also the Carmanians.
Now, the Carmanians is Iran today. This is their ancient name. This is before they changed their names to Iran. The biblical name is Carmanians. Read it again.
Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
So now, are the Iranians stopping? Can it be controlled right now? They're not trying to hear nothing about a peace treaty. They're not trying to hear anything about a ceasefire. Now they want blood. They want destruction.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
They want Israel, the Israelis, they want them destroyed. We are reading Bible prophecy. We are seeing Bible prophecy play out right before our eyes. That's what's happening. And the masses, we don't understand what's going on. Why is this happening? What does this mean? This is the next step to the end of the world. Read.
And with great power shall they come, and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
So now the Assyrians right there is talking about the Israelis. Right now they are wasting our land. But guess what? This is what I want you to understand. The next step is when all of the Arab nations come together as one. Right now, Saudi Arabia, they're not really joined together with them. Saudi Arabia is kind of on the fence because they have alliance with America. So guess what? Right now, they're in talks with China. China is trying to mediate meetings between Iran and between Saudi Arabia. They're trying to get Saudi Arabia to join with the rest of their brothers. That's the next step of prophecy. And then they're going to full-fledged go to destroy the Israelis. And then what we read earlier, America is going to go over there 100%. Thus we have World War III is going to happen. So it hasn't took place yet, but it is on the brink. It is beginning, you understand? Read on.
And then shall the dragons have their upper hand.
So once they all join together, then they're going to be strengthened against the Israelis. Read.
Remembering their nature.
Because their nature, see, do you know the forefather of the Arab, the so-called Arab nations? Just get that real quick. It's Genesis 16:11. Their nature is being a wild man. The Arabs are the Ishmaelites in the Bible. They're known for being wild. Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 16, and verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael.
So this is the Lord talking to Hagar, which was the bondwoman of Abraham and Sarah. So Ishmael is Abraham's son. Read on.
Because the Lord hath heard thy affliction.
Read.
And he will be a wild man.
What he going to be?
And he will be a wild man.
He's going to be a wild man. Read.
His hand will be against every man.
They're against everybody. It's them against everybody. These are the same people that go to places and blow everything up. They strap bombs to themselves and they blow up. You understand? We gotta call it for what it is. They are known for terrorist activity, right? So now they are going to remember that nature. Go back. They are going to remember that when they all join together. Read it. You're back in 2nd Esdras. 15, you should be at about 30 or 31. Chapter 15.
This is from 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 31. And here shall the dragons have their upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them.
So that's the next step we're looking for in the prophecy, is all of the Arab nations to join themselves together.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.